So I'm going to give you a little bit of my take on the Super Bowl 54 halftime show. So if you don't watch Super Bowl, you miss Shakira and J-Lo doing an absolutely amazing performance. So, little backstory. Shakira's 43. Yesterday, day of the Super Bowl, was her birthday. And J-Lo is 50. Okay, just Google what they look like, and, you'll get why that's such a big point. So, a lot of people are saying it was inappropriate. There's a lot of mixed controversy going around Facebook, media, online, in the news, like everywhere. Everyone has an opinion. People are saying that it was sexualized, provocative, not appropriate for kids. The Super Bowl is a family show. These women were like barely dressed. And, what I saw was two empowered, talented, unapologetic Latina mothers dancing their freaking hearts out on a stage as they radiated beauty, strength, and confidence. Didn't give a crap what anyone else thought about them. Right? Did you see J-Lo get up on that pole? She's freaking 50. All right, what happened to women empowering each other? What happened to all this hate that everybody hates, right? We all hate, but yet the minute we get a chance to judge someone, that's what we're doing. Wake up, people. Like, yeah, okay, they had on some skimpy clothes, but they're performers and they're Latin. Like, that's part of their culture. If you can't figure that out, you need to just take a history lesson. Look up some culture, all right? And, it was in Miami. Have you ever been to South Beach? The people on the beach are half naked. They had more clothes on than the people on the beach. Are you not going to take your kid to the beach? Like, wake up, people. You sound ridiculous, right? So, if you've ever danced or know anything about the profession, you understand the sheer amount of strength, flexibility, mobility, and endurance required to perform it, and pole dancing is a sport. They have classes. Like, yes, unfortunately, there's a negative side about that where there's another occupation, which we won't talk about in case there's kids watching. But, everything has a negative side if we want to make it that way, right? But if you want to see what it's like, go take a pole dancing class and then we can talk. All right? So, like, the amount of work that went into the performance on a scale as large as the Super Bowl, like, do you know how long they probably prepared for that show? Like, just think about that for a second. And, like, would you be able to do it? So, I was just completely blown away. And I'm trying to even, like, think of words here because it just irks me so much how much people are talking crap. Like, I was so impressed that they were able to perform with that athleticism and skill. I wish I could only be half of what they are when I'm 50 and 43. Like, seriously, you know how many people I saw on Facebook that was like, I'm going to the gym tomorrow? Like, let them motivate you. Let them spark that thing inside of you to get motivated. Whether you're about to be 50, you're over 50, or, you're 43 like Shakira, let that motivate you. Like, it's possible. Like, yes, they're celebrities. They have all the time in the world to get in shape, to work out. They have, the resources to have the celebrity trainers, but those celebrity trainers don't know any more than I do. They just got a little bit more money. And they've been in the limelight and they've, trained they've had the opportunity to train those people. But they know, some of my best friends train athletes, but you don't know who they are, right? So, like, professional athletes. So, my own brother has trained professional athletes, but you wouldn't know that unless you asked me because they're not in the limelight. So you don't need to be like a celebrity trainer to know more than another trainer, right? So the rehearsals, like, let's just talk about that for a second. So the amount of time, energy, sweat, all that went into the rehearsals, and then all they're getting is backlash. Like, come on, people. So, it's, we're talking about discipline, and we talk about this all the time. And, the amount of discipline they had, I said to one of my clients this morning, when J-Lo goes to a party, she ain't eating pizza and wings. I can guarantee you that, because she has discipline. So, her body doesn't come overnight. She works for it. You can check out A-Rod's Instagram. They put their workouts on there. But, when I go to a party, I'm eating a pizza and chicken wings because I don't care. But J-Lo cares. She has such discipline. So you have to give it to her. Like, stop ridiculing her. Stop hating, because that's all you are, is a hater. All right? So you get on there and you preach on Facebook that you're tired of the hate, you're tired of what's going on in America, but you're talking shit about these women. Like, what sense does that make? Like, they're beautiful women who bust their ass. Like, excuse my language, but, like, they bust their ass to do this performance. And like I said, if the biggest thing is their clothes, and you want to compare them to, Demi Lovato, she sang the national anthem. That's not a performance. She sang the national anthem. If J-Lo sung the national anthem, she wouldn't be doing it hanging from a pole. Wake up, people. So, belly dancing, that was amazing. And freaking hard. Go and try and do it. I bet you can. The booty shaking, I can't shake my booty. Have you ever seen me? I do this little thing like this. Like, I can't do that. Can you do that? Like, it takes skill and practice. Like, they're not just a bunch of, they're not just a bunch of people up there shaking their butts because it came naturally. There's practice. Dance is a sport. All right? So, most of us would look like a dying fish up on that stage. So, check yourself. And if you've never done pole dancing, it's one of the hardest workouts. I've never done it, but, like, I know people who have. It's one of the hardest workouts. And it wasn't just that performance wasn't just sexy. It wasn't just an opportunity for men to ooh, and ah at the bottoms and all that other stuff that, the camera angles might not have shown too much. But it was an incredible feat of endurance and athleticism, okay? So hanging from that pole like J-Lo did is no feat, okay? So not only that, but it was blazing hot celebration of the careers of two very successful and influential minority women, of which I think we could use a lot more of, right? Like, we talk about the woman coach, Katie Sowers, on the 49ers. Did you see her on the sidelines? Me neither. Did you hear the NFL talking about her? Me neither. She was in a Microsoft commercial, which is great. Good for Microsoft. Thank God for Microsoft. They're publicizing her. Where was she on the sidelines? Did you see her? Because I didn't. So, like, let's have a conversation about that. Like, we make this big deal that there's a woman coach in the Super Bowl, but she's not talked about besides the couple articles that played her. But she wasn't on the sidelines, so where was she? All right? So then you have these two minority women come on stage, and all you're freaking talking about is how much clothes they didn't have on. I didn't see any parts. Did you? Like, wake up, people. All you're doing is hating. You're just breeding more hate. All right? So, why should we overlook a powerful reminder that age and gender and skin color don't matter? It's never too late to go after what you want, right? So, why should we also be ashamed or embarrassed to celebrate the female form and the incredible ways it can move? You wouldn't see A-Rod getting up on that pole like that, because men couldn't do it. They're not built like that. So, why should we indiscriminately accept the notion that wearing sexy clothing is wrong? Like, empower yourself to do that. Like, just because you walk around in a baggy t-shirt and baggy sweatpants doesn't mean J-Lo has to. Come on, people. Or that someone who chooses to dress a certain way wants sexual attention from it. Like, do you think that's what J-Lo was going after? She got A-Rod at home. She don't need your attention. She don't need another man's attention. She has A-Rod at home. So, why should we shy away from the opportunity to use this as a teaching moment for our children and a chance to talk to them about modesty and respect, but also openness about our bodies and self-love and the amazing things we can do with both? Think about that for a second. Like, we really need to knock it off, okay? So you can be proud of your body and want to show it off by doing really cool stuff. That doesn't make you a whore, okay? Like, I don't get it. Like, J-Lo's not a whore. Like, just because she dressed like that. So, if these women are feeling objectified, I don't think it's because of anything they're doing. It's because of how others are choosing to view them and the stereotypes and misconceptions others are putting on them. So, now, let me be clear. If the performance personally made you uncomfortable, you are absolutely entitled to your opinion and you have every right to turn off the TV. But you don't need to spread hate on Facebook. Like, keep your opinion to yourself. All you're doing is causing negative feedback. So if you chose not to let your children watch it, it's also your right as a parent, and I completely respect that. Your kids should probably be in bed during a halftime show anyways, right? So I'm hoping that someday when she's able to understand and appreciate it, so, you know, some of the kids that come here will be able to use this as a teachable moment in our Legends in Training program. You know, we have a couple young kids, like especially young girls right now, and, you know, I want to use this Super Bowl as a teaching moment because that's really what it is. So I'm going to point out how difficult it is to perform those moves with that level of precision and skill. And it takes years of discipline and practice to get there. And that when you want something, to never give up your dreams, because that's really what this boils down to. So, you know, and she also had a daughter up there. So that's also empowering. Like, she's showing her daughter, like, hey, kiddo, you can do this. Okay? So, I want to preach to every single young girl that they can be strong and sexy and dress however they want. And it doesn't mean that you want sex. Like, J-Lo was not up there looking for sex. Again, she has A-Rod at home. All right. And lastly, I will tell her to watch out, because if her own mom looks like that at the age of 50, you better believe she's going to be laying down some moves. I mean, you know, everyone here now wants to train like J-Lo, wants to look like J-Lo. Like, and not only, you know, I don't care if you don't want to look like J-Lo, but as long as you can do half of what she can do or perform to your best at the age of 50. Remember, people, she's 50. All right? And remember, the hips don't lie. So stop hating. Stop criticizing people. And, you know, if you don't agree with what somebody is doing, just keep it to yourself, because all you're doing is breeding hate, and ain't no one got time for that.